I challenged Rocket League players to create art using just a snow-covered field and their Rocket League car. In this video, I'll be showcasing the incredible submissions as these vehicular artists compete for your vote and a share of the $350 prize pool. But first, I have to talk to you about a prize pool that has a few more zeros. A brand new esports tournament platform has just joined Rocket League, and it's giving away $25,000 in prizes every month to players just like you. Repeat.gg does this by way of a revolutionary tournament system that allows you to participate on your own schedule, play against your own rank, and rely on your own performance. And joining up is as simple as connecting your Epic account and selecting the type of tournament you want to play. Here I decide to join the 2v2 Spring Cup, which will be based on my results in competitive 2v2 games played during the next 2 weeks. For example, a win is worth 10 points, a save is worth 3, and a goal is worth 5. My tournament results will then be the combined total of my best 3 games, which for me add up to 106 points so far. Yes, I can still improve on this total, playing as many games as I want to create a better top 3. You can also play multiple tournaments at once, as there is varying tournament lengths, game types, and even scoring systems offered. Not to mention special branded tournaments like the $5,000 Musty Mayhem 1v1 tourney that starts on March 25th. You already play Rocket League, why not get paid for it? To get started, check out repeat.gg using my link in the description and pinned comment below. Our first entry is from someone who only wanted to be known as Sussy Baka. They write, "For this piece, I have recreated an impactful scene from the hit video game series Among Us, in which the protagonist is impaled mercilessly by the imposter. I tried to do something that hasn't really been seen, so I hired some very talented actors, namely T-Ball and A-Car, to play the joint part of the sharp tongue in order to create a GIF for the final submission. A-Car used his amazing switch team technique to create the effect of blood and a cracked visor in a move that was completely improvised and off script. I hope the Rocket Sledge community loves this as much as I do, and the imposter is clearly in this submission, so you should vote for him." Alright, I see what you're trying to do there, Sussy Baka. Already pandering for votes. Well played. Next we have Marcus, whose brilliant Harris Hawk took second place in the previous snow art competition. He says, "I wasn't going to partake this time, but changed my mind at the last minute. So I tried making a Raven from a 2/3 perspective. It was fun as always, and I managed to finish this in less than 20 minutes. Now Marcus did accidentally hit the ball in the middle of his drawing, but fortunately it didn't mess it up too badly, though he did cut it close, finishing the picture just before the ball rolled across the goal line. Well done, Marcus. Thank you for your submission." In our third entry, Pal brings back the 2011 meme Nyan Cat with its Pop-Tart body and rainbow trail. They write, "Thanks for the competition, it was fun to do something other than playing with the ball. It's a little scuffed and I didn't really want to make more since it takes almost an hour to draw, but then I realized animating it isn't that hard, since all you gotta do is make the same painting with slight changes. Also, thanks to Zamace for inspiration and the tutorial, it did help a lot." Well, thank you, Pal, and yes, shout out to Zamace, creator of the first animated snow art and first place winner of the previous contest with his penguin GIF. You're sure to see his pioneering influence in a few more submissions coming up. At number 4, Atom Bomb sets a high bar for the competition as this madman decided to recreate Van Gogh's Starry Night in Rocket League. He says, "I tried to capture the chaotic yet ordered nature of the brushstrokes, and it was perfect as the tires create 2 tracks in the snow as a paintbrush would with paint in real life. The whole thing took almost 2 hours, and I really love how it turned out, as you can definitely see the characteristic swirls in the snow tracks as seen in the painting. The color limitation was difficult, but to get around it, I attempted to use more close together lines for the darker patches to create a darkened effect. Which one is the real painting? Who knows?" We now go from Van Gogh to Tommy the Train, and his piece entitled Poorly Drawn Pencil. Now, just so you guys are aware, these are in no particular order, as I received a good mix of simple and clean drawings like Tommy's here, and more complicated show-offs like Atom Bomb. Also, shout out to Tommy as he is on Xbox, but actually recorded a great time-lapse for me to use since I wasn't able to get a replay file to record myself. As we reach the halfway point of the video, I want to remind you of your important role in this contest. After watching, you will need to use the Google form linked below to vote for your 3 favorite snow art pieces. A choice that might become even more difficult after this submission from Banana on Holiday. He writes, "My entry for the 3rd snow art competition is quite a unique idea in my opinion. I did a different part of a leopard on 6 different fields, and when you combine each field, you get a full picture. I got this idea from Zamace's animated penguin from last time, and I was trying to think of unique ways to use different fields without making an animation. And so, the multi-field leopard was born. Yes, over the course of about 2 hours, Banana on Holiday would draw a part of his leopard, score the ball to reset the snow, and start again, creating 6 separate drawings that can be joined together to make a complete leopard. Now, last year, Banana took 3rd place with his Grim Reaper drawing. Does this amazing feat warrant another top 3 finish? Well, that is up to you." Entry number 7 is from Voglino Yeet. if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's an interesting name, one that I can only assume means he comes from a family line that was once known for their proficiency at throwing objects with great force. Mr. Yeet titled his work Winter T-Rex and wanted to draw your attention to the detailed teeth and the use of a ball as the eye. Very clean drawing, great job to you, Mr. Yeet. At number 8, Brando writes, I caught your Reddit post after a super frustrating losing streak on Rocket League, and I figured I'd give it a shot. This is called Hot Soup, and it's a tribute to everyone's favorite ramen spot, Bob's Ramen. Thank you, Brando. I'm glad you saw my post about this challenge. And to those of you that might be wondering how to keep up to date and have a chance to participate in future contests like this, the best place to stay informed is my official Discord, though I do post to the Rocket League subreddit, on my Twitter, and make YouTube community posts, which you'll get pinged for if you are subscribed, and turn on all notifications. Balanced Waffle said he was also inspired by Zamace and his animated penguin, but wanted to take it up a notch and include some history on motion pictures. In 1878, a man named Edward Muybridge took single photographs of a horse running and then combined them to create a moving image. It was an important step towards the development of motion pictures. So Waffle decided to recreate the famous horse in motion, but in Rocket League, with a car driving on snow. And to quote Waffle, it was a big mistake. This project was a massive time investment. It took him 2 separate days of drawing the images in the snow, 40 minutes per horse, with 9 separate drawings totaling 6 hours, plus 2 more hours for all the prep and setup. A final length of 8 hours to create the horse in motion. Waffle also says he'll be releasing a behind-the-scenes video of how he put it all together, which will be on his YouTube channel that's linked in the description below. Miles calls his submission Perseverance, as it is meant to showcase his journey so far in climbing the Rocket League ranks. But he says the name also applies to the creation of the drawing, as he had to restart several times due to technical difficulties and his inexperience with snow art. Great job, Miles. I'm glad you stuck with it, and I wish you well on your journey into Diamond. You should recognize that our final entry inspired the thumbnail of this video. Yeah, that wasn't clickbait. In this 2.5-hour recording, Purple Cactus removed almost all the snow from the map as he crafted this incredible render of the Joker. To help with the clean look, you'll also notice that Purple Cactus set both team colors to white, so there's no blue or orange distraction on the field, which I thought was a great idea. Now, I don't envy any of you that have to narrow these down to 3 favorites, but before we get to the voting, I do have a few honorable mentions. Nicholas sent this picture to me and said if I wanted the replay file, I would have to ask God or something, while also adding he felt like doing it in real life was harder than in Rocket League, which I would have to agree with, as I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Next we have The Chonk from my son, Seal King, who says, I am very happy with my seal I made. It only took a few minutes. I did it because I wanted to be in the video. I am disappointed because I wanted to be in the voting, but thank you for letting me be in the video. Now, I did try and explain to him the ethical issue of having family members compete, but that's a hard point to win against a 10-year-old. Thank you for your seal, Seal King. Well done. And finally, I want to give a shout out to Ribkas and his snow art bot, which helped create the intro of this video and the repeat snow logo. With the right source picture, this bot can make some pretty impressive automated snow art, though I still don't think it compares to some of the submissions we saw here today. So with that, make sure you guys use the Google link below to vote for your favorites, as well as check out repeat.gg to start earning while you play now. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.